What's up guys, Dr. M3 here. Welcome to a new video on the Tesla Model 3 owned by my friend here, Johnny. Goes by Laces Out on Instagram, so go give him a follow. He's had this car now for just a little over 3 years and 132,000 miles. And you may ask yourself the question, well, how's that ownership been over that period of time? But before we get into that video, I want you to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, turn notifications on so you get these videos when I post them. So, Johnny, tell me a little bit about this car. This is a long-range Model 3 2018.
Correct.
And like I just said, you've had it now for 132,000 miles. And like any other car, they're probably repairs. So he's going to tell us what he's done on this car, what's gone wrong on this car over the 3 years of ownership.
Yeah. So, to my recollection, the first thing that happened was the front trunk actuator took a dump. It just wouldn't open. So I went to the dealership, and luckily they had one in stock. They swapped it out for me in 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Under warranty, no issue. After that, the front upper control arm here started to squeak a bit. That was at, luckily, just before 50,000 miles when the warranty wore out. So they did that. I got an alignment along with it. Everything's been perfect since. The other side never had an issue.
Yeah.
I have had friends that have had the same issue. Interestingly, right around the same mileage as well.
Oh, interesting.
So
is it usually the right, or is it can happen on either side?
I've only heard of the passenger upper control arm.
Excellent.
So if you've got squeaking in your front end,
Go ahead and get it checked out.
push on it, see if it's making any
It's
noise.
freezing.
And yeah, that was the first like big issue.
Yes.
That
was under warranty. So
that was still under warranty. Yes.
So do you know what the charge is potentially
No.
if it's not under warranty?
No
so
clue.
So you just got to check, guys. If you start hearing squeaking, go check it out.
Or maybe if you're coming up on 50,000 miles, take it in and have them take a look at it to see if it looks like it might be worn out. And then keep in mind this is a 2018, so a lot of things that I may discuss here are things that have been fine-tuned.
Yes, and
you know.
changed, yes.
So
okay.
So that's something to keep in mind.
Okay.
Next was I received a notification on the screen that the passenger airbag was in op. There was an error or something.
Yeah.
So I called them up, and they told me that it was a sensor that they needed to add. Again, something that didn't exist in the 2018 and now does.
Now does in the later models. Okay.
Yeah, so that was literally, again, a 15-minute fix.
Okay.
He went under the seat, basically plugged it in, and it was good to go.
Okay, awesome.
To my recollection, that fix was about somewhere around $200 and something.
Okay.
Mostly on the part, and then the labor was super cheap.
Okay.
Most recently, the charger door, that took a dump right at 100,000 miles.
Okay.
And, excuse me, basically what happened with that is, of course, when you want to charge your car, you push the button, or you tap it here. Of course, it's locked now.
Yeah.
Let's see.
See, this is the thing, when you have a Tesla, you can control the entire car, including moving it, by the way, which you'll see in just a second, from your phone. Future. So the charge door.
So that wasn't opening, and basically I just had to peel it up, plug it in, charge it, and push it back down.
I see, yeah. So manually.
So that mechanism wore out. They said that has since been upgraded to a new design.
Okay.
It shouldn't wear out after another 100,000 miles.
Okay.
That repair, again, was within the $200 range.
Okay.
And now, I guess, most recently, currently an issue is the wire harness on the trunk apparently has a design flaw that when it opens and closes over the years, it ends up pinching the wires and they snapped. So the issue that I had originally was, it's been months, I didn't think it was a big issue, but my trunk lights wouldn't come on and the car didn't know that the trunk was open.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, I technically could flip it open and drive with it open. It would have no clue.
It wouldn't say anything when
Right.
it learned you.
So I would have it open, I'd be doing something in the trunk, and there's no lights on because it has no clue that it's on.
Yeah.
So what happened?
It says open, yeah.
So last week, I went to go open it.
Yeah.
Pushed the button here, and I got nothing.
Nothing.
So I went on the app, went to go open it. Nothing.
Nothing.
And on the screen, nothing. So I had to climb in and hit the emergency latch and pop it open. So basically what I was told is, again, the wire harness ends up taking a dump, and they told me, you know, I ordered the wire harness. It's $70.
Yeah.
So it's nothing crazy, and I'll be able to replace it myself.
Okay.
So,
can we take a look at where this is so we can
I did a temporary fix because I needed my trunk.
As most of us do.
I did take this off here, so that's why this is bare. So the way that it feeds normally is all within here, obviously, and then this goes down here and then feeds into the vehicle. So what I had to do was slice this open, and basically it crimped right about here, and that's where all the wires were snapped. And so I basically went in there temporarily and just heat shrunk those together and got them working again so that I can open my trunk. And as of right now, apparently the camera wire also
is a part of this harness bit.
So sometimes if I sit here and play with this, like earlier today, the camera was working, but now it's not. So I wasn't able to summon it across the parking lot to where I wanted to because it can't see behind it. So yeah, that's my most recent issue. Collectively, I've got $600 or so in repairs.
Which is actually, when you think about it for a second, for a car that's 3 years old, right?
And forget about the age.
But the miles. That's the thing too, is if you just think about it, what you would have probably spent from almost any other conventional car, $600 is really not much.
Well, your average vehicle takes an oil change every, let's call it 5,000 miles. And you know, I don't know what those cost anymore. Probably about $100 or so for a decent oil change. Every 5,000 miles, you calculate that over 130,000.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a lot of
kind
money.
of a no-brainer. And but even just putting that aside, right? You're also thinking about. We did a calculation. I actually did a video earlier talking about the cost for the 25,000 miles I had traveled on in the Tesla versus RS6 Avant that I was going to buy as my daily driver. And it blows you away, the difference in the cost. It's unbelievable. You know, to travel 300 plus miles, it's probably what, anywhere from $7 to $8 to maybe $10, at the worst $10.
I think mine calculates out to about $9.
Yeah, $9 or $10. This is insane. And figure the same thing if you were at a a ICE vehicle, that's probably, you know, $80-90 at today's prices.
Yeah, so I mean the easiest way to calculate is that $9 over 300 miles. That's $3 for 100 miles of driving.
Yeah, that's insane.
You know, a gallon of gas for standard gas right now is about $3.50 here in our area. So I'm getting 100 plus miles per gallon equivalent.
Yeah, it's insane
with no maintenance.
Yeah, exactly.
So the savings are just, it's mind-boggling.
It's mind-boggling. So having said that, you know, we've talked about the problems he's had with this car, but the truth of the matter is, if you just look at overall, this is actually, it's still pretty economical to operate a Tesla. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. We just kind of wanted to share with you some of the things that can happen on a Tesla. They're kind of not as crazy, not as outrageous, maybe a little inconvenient, right?
Yeah, it can be.
But at the end of the day, it's all around. You'd say this experience has been incredible, right?
Yeah, and you know, like I mentioned, most of these issues that I've had are problems that have been fixed.
With
so
the redesign.
In 2021, in 3 years or in 130,000 miles, and however long that'll be for your average person, probably isn't going to come across everything that I've dealt with, honestly. You know, new design wire harness, new module for the seat, new control arms, new, you know, like everything. You know,
control releases, So there you have it, guys. Thanks again for watching. Thank you so much, Johnny, for coming out and bringing this car. We haven't talked about this ride, but people looked and go, how can I get that Tesla color? That's in a different video. But thank you so much. It's been awesome. The experience has been great. I'll tell you, my own experience has been absolutely incredible. I love the Model Y. Like I said, we're going to be doing a video on comparison between the Model Y and the Model 3, considerations for choosing one versus the other. Again, thanks you very much for watching. We'll see you guys next video.